Hello and welcome, my legendary Leafs. Okay, before we start side questing stuff, let's do a look. Buy something. I'm going today for like a grassy electric look because, well, we're gonna be grassy electric. So yeah, the headbands, we can't even really see those. These won't work. You know, I kind of feel a handkerchief. Like, do we have pine? What daffodil? Let's go for the daffodil one. Yes. So, what do we have here? Yeah, let's do this in grass. Then we can do this in electric. And some green shoes. We will... The snow boots, I mean... Actually, why not? Let's do it like this. This looks good. And then, before we take the photo, we have to evolve our new friend, Sarge. Incompatible? Wait. Didn't it evolve with the Thunderstone?
No.
No?
It's a leaf stone.
It's a leaf stone. I mean, they barely changed the evolution.
Sure, it's a leaf stone.
Okay. We don't have one.
Oops.
Okay, that's fixable. I hope. You don't by chance have one right now, right? Unusual shoes? What are unusual shoes? I'll take it. Are those actual clothing? Huh. Mechanical box. Yeah, let's take it. What is the mechanical box? I know what it is. And the mechanical pinwheel. Those are inside my home, and they are basically... yeah, well, not basically. They are the evolution... Not evolution, the form change thingies for Rotom. I want to get items. Can I get a leaf stone, please? Okay, we're out of merit points now, though. Okay. Well then, Sarge, evolve. There we go. And then we'll take the photo. Last time we took it in green, so now let's take it in yellow for electric. Right? I just wish this thing would have changed a bit more. Like, what I thought is that the little hole it has as a Voltorb, that maybe the electric has a tree on top of it? Growing out of that hole, you know? That would be interesting, right? But nope. We didn't get that. We get just a fresh coat of painting. And prepare a Pokémon. Sarge again. Thank you. And change the screen. Yellow. Thank you again. Then I get behind it. Like this. Shoot here. Oh, I'm barely visible. Okay. What can you do, Sarge? Look fierce. That's not much different. Look happy. Go to sleep. Okay. Act dizzy. And pretend to faint. I think this is good. This looks more like sleep though. Arms folded. Hands behind back. One arm out. Arms open high. Low won't work. Confident. Thumbs up. No, at the ready. Braced for battle. That won't work. Hero pose. No. Yeah, sitting is not right. So I think arms open was pretty good. Do we have something that looks similar to it? Oh, this is good. Start shooting and shoot. Yes, stop taking photos. Then we have our thumbnail now. Nice. So let's get into the side quests we have left. Okay, this is the wrong menu. Missions and requests. What do we have here? Miss Travis. We can give that to you. And we can take the crunchy salt in there. Also, we do have a thingy now. Thingy. I even forgot what I was talking about. I have no idea what thingy is anymore. Yeah. Oh, we can actually change hairstyle, right? After this request, we have new hairstyles. We'll have a look on. We can fart at our hair later. We can have a look at those. Yes, I will show you one of my several Miss Drivers. I would love for them to keep more Pokemon. You know, I might lose a Pokemon, sure, but it will make the game more colorful, I think. You know, people are afraid of Mr. Travis because of how it apparently wails at night. But getting a good look at it like this really gives me some fresh perspective. Look how it billows and sways and flows. Wait, that's it. That's what I'll do. Wow, I just thought up some charming hairstyles. And an enchanting new palette of colors. All thanks to you and Miss Travis here. Come by anytime and try out my new ideas for yourself. Okay, we'll do that. Sure, now we wear a head kerchief as they called. I would call that a bandana, but oh well. But still. Again, Pokemon Company, Game Freak. How about not having us pay and then have a look at what is possible? So we lose 500 if we don't do anything because we don't like what we see. How about letting us look at it first and pay after that? You know, that's normal game design. Okay, short. No, I don't like short. Well, yeah, that's the normal. Tied back. Oh, are you interested in these? This is new, I think. Kind of. I'm not fond of that thing in the back, that bun. But I like it from the front. Sean? Middle part? Side part? Modern Bob? Modern. What about this modern? Sideswept? Fancy? No, thank you. I'm not that old. Curled? Braids. You know what? I think I'll go with, not this one. The tied back? Yeah, with this. So, more colors? I like a fresh color as well. Now this color isn't on the photograph, but oh well. I like the turquoise, actually. Clementine. Peach pink. If we had a good pink, that would be cool, not this. Show me a peach that is pink like this. I know there are pink peaches, but they don't look like that. So, yeah, this is good. We have to change... Oh, no. No, those don't work. What do you think about this with violet? Because... for eyebrows, that's a bit too... I think violet works well, actually. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Yes. I wonder if my handkerchief allows the hair in front to be like it is. Probably not. Oh, weird. Oh! Oh, nice! That's cool. I like that. With this, I might go for a handkerchief in general. That's cool. I'm surprised, actually. Also, if I sound something strange, I have a little bit of a tooth problem. That's why my cheek is a bit looking like Kirby. Also, I'm not well shaved on this side because shaving that side is kind of uncomfortable. It's not bad anymore. It was some days ago when it started. It's technically all fine, but it does affect my voice a little. Okay, whoa. Okay, quick PSA. If you wanna do side missions before the end of the game, do this immediately. Because soon you will not be able to do this specific quest because of reasons. Yeah, we'll go over all these. Okay. Watering with care. Ah, Sudowoodo. It's one of those Pokemon that I think are a bit annoying nowadays. Not as annoying as Absol, though. My problem is that they always do the... Did you know that actually Absol doesn't bring disaster, but warn of it? We get it. Gen 3 is what, 20 years old? Oh, maybe not even 20 years old, but... We get it. We know. Stop that. Yes, new players might not know, but... It isn't that good of a twist in the first place. Also, if Absol is a dark type, why isn't it bringing disaster? Dark is literally called evil in Japan. It would fit it. And it based on a yin yang is also pretty whack because there's not enough black there. The thing about a yin yang is the balance between the two powers, you know? And it's unbalanced in design. And the shiny should have black and white, vice versa. Every time I'm in trouble, you turn up just like clockwork. That's right, one is missing again. Please help me find my lost sister. His lost sister. By now he could call her just a loister. This time she was sent to the Corony Highlands, but she never returned from that trip. But I've got faith. I know you and that Ursaluna will be able to track her down for me. Get a whiff of that old kerchief and see if you can find any traces of her, please. I still question why a brother has an old handkerchief of his sister. That's... You can't even make it like some kind of incest joke here, because I don't have an old handkerchief of my wife, so... Why would you have anyone's old handkerchief is what I'm saying, right? That's... yeah. Wanda should be somewhere up in the Corony Highlands, so please find her. I'm gonna stray in the highlands. Well. Wait, why isn't the active quest? Ah, I forgot! I forgot! No, this is not the active quest. It was just showing me what to do. Just kind of a long time there. Oh well, downstairs we go. This downstairs area. It's no wonder I always forget to go here because, you know, except for this one little side quest, I think there's absolutely nothing you can do down here. This whole place is... I mean, sure, not everything in a game has to have a purpose because world building... Not everything can be interesting to the heroes of a world. Of course. But with a village this small, it's not like another RPG where you go from village to village to village and visit random people's houses. This is a very small village and basically the only thing where people are. You could put something here. Oh, if it isn't the Survey Corps recruit who quelled the Lord of the Isles. Has Choi sent you to do the negotiation for him again? You're looking a little perplexed, wondering why this old man gets so stubborn over selling this shopkeeper a few things. I mean, who are you selling to if not him? Well, maybe I'll tell you, if you bring me 3 hunks of crunchy salt first. Begs the question, what is crunchy salt even? I mean, isn't salt in its nature crunchy because it's a crystal? So what is crunchy? You can't really make it any crunchier than it is already, right? Brought what I asked for already. No less than I expected of you. Wish I could persuade you to join my corps. Now then, would you let me have 3 hunks of that crunchy salt? You know what would be fun here? If it turns out that both of them actually get along, just make up this thing here to get me to bring them stuff. I would be annoyed, sure, but it would be an interesting twist. Here, have my salty thingies. Ah, crunchy salt, the Corona Highlands' finest feature. If you see it in the wild, don't pass it over as if it were just another rock. This translucent mineral's great for making a potent Pokémon lure, which I never use. You've got to break it up with a hammer, then get the chunks in a mortar and crunch them right up. Grind them into a powder. Mix that powder with another ingredient and pack the mix together. And you'll get a crunchy cake that Pokémon love to munch on. Well, I can't send you back to Choi a failure, since you so kindly brought me this crunchy salt. Tell him I'll set him up with some new wares. Oh, I forgot, you wanted to know what happened between me and Choi. Well, that whelp made off with my dearest treasure. I'll never let him live it down. And guess what this treasure could be? If you know anything about stories like these, it's so obvious it's not an item. I say, but I don't mind stuff like that much. But actually, if the One Piece is just a piece of paper telling them the adventure is the real treasure, no, that would be stupid. It has to be something of value. Not monetary value. I don't think it has monetary value, but I think it's... I mean, there probably is a bunch of gold there, but I think there's something more special that the actual One Piece is. We've got new goods in stock, thanks to you. But you seem troubled. Is something the matter? You know how they could have shown the new goods? These are 3 requests, right? So why not change the balls in the basket there, so that there are some Ultra Balls, some Great Balls. With each upgrade, a bunch of different balls, not only the normal Pokeballs. You stole his treasure? Ah, he said I took his treasure, didn't he? That's one way to put it, but the story's not so simple. Please believe me for now that it's nothing you ought to worry about. How about telling me before I tell someone that you stole something? Just tell me what it is. It's not like you're really hiding anything. Given what a fine customer you are, I imagine I'll end up giving you the full story at some point. In any case, we've got excellent new items on our shelves. Do buy some. No! As far as I can tell, you are a thief. I guess that it's technically none of my business, but you got me into this argument of yours and THUNDERSTONE. And with how it stands now, you should explain things. Seriously, you should explain these things. Okay. Okay. No, not now. That we can do. Just fetching everything here. Down there. Seriously. I just was there. Back where I came from, Clefairy would come out and dance on nights with a full moon. I've heard there are Clefairy in history, and so I was wondering if they dance here too. I've heard you can find Clefairy at the fabled spring. Could you go and find out if Clefairy dance here in the history region? I could, and I will. But first, we got to do... yeah, this. So, you're outside, huh? No, you're not. Oh, no, wait, that's the door. That is the door. We also have to go to the bog-bound camp. What to do first, though? That's the question here. Okay. Yeah, let's quickly go to the bog-bound camp first. So, you want something. Also, there's nothing else here, right? Right. Say, you there! Could you lend me a hand? I was on my way here from the Mirelands camp when this Alpha Hippowdon came after me. I got away, but I dropped the charm I was carrying. And now I can't find it anywhere. I've just got to have it back. If you find a charm lying in a swamp, could you bring it back to me? Activate this now. And, yeah. Such. Oh. Time to get you some XP. Okay, yeah, Spark won't do anything. I have to look at his moves. He can do something there. But you know, I like the idea of him having ball-y moves. Like Energy Ball. Well, Thunderball is not that. Okay, with the attacks we have, this is good. Like, I don't know if it can electric... what was it called? That thing Pikachu can do? Electric Ball? That sounds wrong. Yeah, where Pikachu shoots a ball of lightning, basically. Are you my target? It's an Alpha Hippowdon. Oh no, Agile style. That's it for Sarge, okay. That didn't work out. Yeah, Floyer will easily kill this thing. Sarge isn't ready yet for enemies like this. But let's heal up, because only then we can actually... I think I'm in the wrong direction. I think it's the other way, if I remember correctly. Okay. So, I think it's this way, actually. There's a glittery stone. I want that. No, not an alpha. Wait, but it's the alpha Pokemon music. So where is it? I can hear it. The music playing. But I can't see it. Also, it doesn't seem the right place. After all. Oh well. Got me any hint, maybe? There it is. There we have it. And now we have to battle this thing. That's not an alpha. That's a normal one. Why are you lying? Oh, it would be so fun if Floy was surfing on the surface. I mean, in water, she's probably standing on that thingy, but I think it would be way cooler for her just to be surfing on it. You are sure something, taking on a big, angry Hippowdon like that. Wait, what's that lying over there? My charm? It's really you, welcome back. Means a lot to me that you went toe to toe with that Hippowdon on my behalf. You better believe I won't be losing this charm again, not after you went to all that trouble to get it back to me. Well, glad to be of help. I think. Okay. I'm back to home. Let's do a request. Mark. Yeah. Wait. This is also Bogbound Camp. Okay, okay. Okay. Not finished here yet. I've been waiting for you, kiddo. Let's get down to business. Have you a look at that pseudo-voodoo? It was looking pretty listless, so I gave it a whole feast of berries. But even though it gobbled them up, it still seems like it has no energy at all. Isn't that odd? So then I figured it must be parched. After all, it's like a plant, right? It must need to be watered. So if we could just fire off a healthy water pulse at it, I'm sure it'd perk up in no time. Actually, what, you don't agree? But plants love water. Not if it's too much. Bring me a Pokemon that can use water pulse so we can get Sudowoodo feeling right as rain. Can I show you? Okay. And we have something. Here, have this Golduck. Alright, get ready, Sudowoodo. All your worries are about to be washed away for good. I guess we're doing this. What do? No do! Why can't it say no? I don't like that they only can say their names. Kinda that's only an anime thing, even though in the games it also happens from time to time. Leaf Blade. Sorry about that. I just have a bit of a sore throat. Maybe it doesn't like getting wet? Do. Is that it? Gosh, I guess I rained on your parade. Sorry, Sudowoodo. Susu. And I'm sorry for making you a part of this too. I thought I was helping, but when you get right down to it, I just didn't understand, Sudowoodo. Keep working hard on the Pokédex to educate poor fools like me, would you? You sure you're gonna listen? Because I tried to tell you. You didn't want to hear it. Okay, Seasoned Legend. Let's do this. Yes, you may record my findings. There we go. Alright, we have a rank up. Let's do that quickly. Okay. Hello. And another star added. 7 out of 10. Too much water. So we get the Gigaton Ball. So let's get to the sea. A Mars outbreak, huh? Well, let's ignore that. I know there's a shiny chance, but we're not hunting shinies right now. Okay, he would be good against the water things here. Wait a minute. We have to go here. Right, okay. Oh, this. Yeah. Hello there. Is this your first crack at the balloon race? Or maybe you've had a go before. Either way, why not team up with Pokémon and try out my fun balloon bursting game? You just need to burst as many of my adorable balloons as possible while riding a Pokémon. It's exhilarating, really. If you manage to burst, say, 24 balloons, well, that'd be an impressive start. You can find me here anytime, so let me know whenever you feel like testing your skill in the balloon race. We're gonna do this right away. Yes, I'll give it a try. Was that a bat? Okay. I hate that you can't really control the camera in this very well. But I don't like the camera auto-following. In this case, actually, it would help. Because the problem is you have to press the speed up button, which is on the... That was a bullshit. Which is on the same hand as the camera, and... that just won't work. No, it doesn't matter. We have the 24 we need after all, so... That's it. Hello, my little Schnitzel. Hello to you as well, my little Schweinchen. You know what? That's actually what Schnitzel are made out of. Welcome back. You burst 35 balloons. You're so close to bursting them all. A little reward should keep you motivated. Or not, because I fulfilled your request, so there we go. So, how are you doing, Nu? Has the kangaroo arrived? So... here we go. It was like going through this, right? Like if you swim through this and then into the cave, if I remember correctly, right? If not, I have to get that right. What have I got wrong? So, not this... it didn't show up, no? This is not the right cave. I'll have a look into the cave. If it's not there, then... yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, are you here, little prince of the sea? Okay, this wasn't right. We have to do something more. Wasn't it swimming through those claw things? Yeah. But nothing happened.
I think we need a
Huh. It's strange. I'll have a quick look at the request again, which is on this button and then on this button. Solve the mystery, okay. So, it tells me solve the mystery. So, here's a request for you. Go cure Wallhanger. How? Well, I have no idea. Go do it. should give me a bit more of a hint of what to do. So, swimming through it. And nothing. Is it the other way around? Or mixing it up with that other one that you have to do this for?
Oh, you need a Pokemon in your team.
Oh, a specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which was it? Oh. Damn it. We don't have one of those. Myriador. Okay, it was... first off... we will need you, I think. So... yeah, you will be bad. You will be definitely bad. And you are pretty high level. Okay, do we have a little... Mantini? No.
There.
Where?
Top line.
Ah, there. We also... Mantike, it's named Mantini. We also have a Quillfish, which we need to evolve, which we do by doing something.
Yeah, it's 20 times power technique thingy.
Oh boy.
That poison sting
Oh boy.
thingy.
Okay, and was it this or the pre-evo?
Pre-evil.
The pre-evo. Weasel. There we have some. So 20 times, what was it?
That special move.
Barb Barrage. In power or agile?
Power.
Power. Well, let's go at it. We'll have to evolve this thing now. This won't take too long. Everything alright? What have you hit now? You hit nothing. Oh, you have a headache. Oh. Well, that's not good. Stop having it. I thought it might help.
Stop having a toothache.
It's not hurting right now. So...
Yeah, because you're full of your drug stuff.
I have not taken a painkiller today. Only antibiotics. Did I?
Yes, I passed it.
Oh, right before eating. They should not be active anymore. So if you would be so kind to use a move that's not hurting me. You're not so kind. Doesn't matter, I live anyway. Nice. But we will need to go here. Okay. At least we got also some XP, huh? Okay. Next one. 20 times. I don't know where we are right now, but it will tell us when it can evolve, so doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. Kills itself with double edge. I should go for weaker targets here. So we don't have to heal all the time. I mean, we need to evolve one anyway, so this is not useless. I love this little birdie. It looks so nice. So colorful. I ran away. I hate you. Isn't there? Oh, I don't think that's healthy. Here, have some poison. Maybe that helps. Huh. Guess the water was very effective. Ghosts. Not particularly weak, but... Oh, they resist? Ghost resists poison? That's not good. Oh, maybe it is good. Or maybe not. Yeah, we don't need to defeat you in this case. Let's just get away from you. Should I have a look at my tree? Right now, I'm trying to perfect every Pokédex entry in my private playthrough. And let me tell you, IPOM are the most annoying thing in that. Because you have to see 15 of those jumping down from a tree. There's a catch though. There is only one tree where they can jump off of. Well, technically there are two, but the second one has a 0.1% chance of that happening, and that's basically not gonna happen. So, yeah, I'll show you the tree. Strong style, barbaric. Boop. That lived. Seriously. Needs to hurt me before going down. You needed to, you stupid ape, right? There. It's this very tree over here. This is the one chance you have. The other one is the one up there, but like I said, highly unlikely. I mean, if it shakes, I try it, but yeah. What I do to respawn them, which is kind of working pretty well as it can, is going back into the city, go into your house, sleep until night, and then return. This is not perfect. It doesn't guarantee a tree, but it respawns them more likely, which helps. I am at 8, right? I think it was, so a little more ways to go, but yeah. 5 should have been enough for that specific research task, honestly. I love the research tasks. They are fun, but don't make them a hassle. Because it's just doing it over and over again in the end. Yeah, we want you. Okay. Huh. Moo disappeared, it seems. He went the way of things that disappear. Like stuff. Like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Things that just disappear in less than a minute. Bam. Those will probably kill me. I mean, I'm going back to heal anyway, but... No, I can take whatever fits with me. But if it kills me, it won't be good. Because what kills me makes me dead. Okay. Also can unpack my inventory as well. That would be a good idea, I think. Okay. You. All of you go away. Let's go. Rest. What did you just do? You tried. You not actually did. Lame. Now we can try. Not that. One of those. I said one of those! Well, that's what we're in right now, so... Might as well. Oh, we actually one-shot those. But they are fast. So we kinda need to go back and heal again. Huh. Back. But hey, 2 more on our belt. Shouldn't be too far off right now, right? Could have put up the counter for it. Ah, that would be too much work just for 20 things. That we don't really have to. He just looked up there. Why? Strange. So... More Murkrows? More crows, you could say? That would be an interesting monster design. A crow with 2 tails, 2 sets of wings, 2 heads, 4 legs, and you just could call it More Crow. Because it's not one crow, it's more crow. Not enough. Please come back fast. There we go. Here we are. Roost. In the beginning of the battle. Oh, the moon is falling quite fast, actually. Doesn't feel like time is flowing so fast in this game. Huh. Okay. Also, I did remember when my wife told me about this specific Pokemon. The way you can solve this riddle is by going to the library in BDSP, where it tells you this stuff. There's a book there that basically tells you the Pokemon.
Right.
Well, it describes, yeah. And it was in the original as well, describing the evolution of Quillfish.
I think it's just saying spiky Pokemon, so.
You know what? I just thought of a good thing to call Quillfish. We could call it Quillmore. Like Gilmore. Let's do this. Too bad it isn't a girl. It could be a Quillmore girl. Okay, it's day again. You know what? I would like to see in a Johto version of this game. Actual time traveling, not on the spot, like you can time travel whenever, like it's the space-time distortions, more like that, where you can basically grab into the future, like there opens up a hole and you can go there for a short period of time into the future, and all of course due to Celebi's influence. That would be cool. It's like, what was this game called? That was such a good game even. It was a DS game and you could draw circles. It was kind of like a detective game. Where you had a specific pen that when you draw a circle into the air, you can look into the past of that specific place. And you had to do that to solve the mystery of everything. And the important characters were all named after numbers. Like, there was someone called Wonston or something like that. Their last names, I mean. What was that game called? I can't remember. But it was pretty good. I mean, a switch port could happen. The problem would be withdrawing. Well, in handheld mode it wouldn't be a problem, but you could do something. You could just at least do like a cursor and say open up a gate there. Wouldn't be as cool as to draw it yourself, obviously, but that's how. Well, you can't do touchscreen stuff on a console. That's for handhelds. Obviously. Stupid cats always run away. By the way, I just caught a shiny of those today. Just was walking around there. Huh. Oh, don't miss! Do you remember that game? I don't think we played it together. I think I played it on my own, but we listened to that song all the time. Oh, it can evolve now. Yeah, the opening song was awesome. So, evolve. Here we go. Do it. Evolve. Go do it. Damn it, I don't know the lyrics after this. There it is. Looks, well... I don't dislike it. It's more like... Yeah, the spikes are long and it looks more grim, but that's kinda it. There could be more to this evolution. Okay. I don't remember how the song was going. I have the melody a bit in my ear, but I couldn't tell you the lyrics. It's been a while since I listened to that opening song. I don't care about space-time distortions right now. So now something should appear. And that's a Gyarados. Should we just go into the cave now? I have the 3 Pokemon with me, yes.
Yeah, but this is just
No, no animation. It got Misty. And that was
it's a dialogue.
it's a dialogue. Okay. It's Mantike, right? Not... It's evening. Does it need to be morning? Or evening? I'm quickly turning it evening again. Even though it is evening right now. Just to be sure.
Good until the dialogue box.
Yeah. This looks more like evening now. Maybe it wasn't evening enough. And now we have something. Phew! You heard something that sounded like a cry and a boulder shifting in the distance. What boulder shifts, though? They could have closed up the cave at least, right? With a boulder. I think that's what they meant with that, but there was no boulder. So... yeah. Well. Time to get one of the most annoying Pokemon in the game. But believe me, there will be 2 way more annoying Pokemon than this. The most annoying Pokemon I ever caught. Wait, did I miss it? Where am I? Wait, why am I at the... What? What the... How did this happen? Oh well. I think people who finished the Pokédex already do know which Pokemon I mean by most annoying. Or it's just me maybe, but I had a hard time catching those and it wasn't a fun time. I do know it was a DS game. I don't think it was 3DS. If that helps.
I just get circle pad problems when I enter DS. Yeah.
Look! It's a little blue sack with a hat. And his children. So what's so annoying about this? The shield. Which actually worked pretty well right now, but oh yeah. So let's just try an Ultra Ball. I find it hard to weaken Pokemon in this game because they can either be buff or absolutely fragile. Also, Sarge only has super effective moves. That's a bit bad. Well, Sarge is down now, so... Can you do anything? You might be good at weakening with Dark Pulse. Let's try that. I want to poison them. Okay, Dark Pulse. Boing. See, this is almost dead. I don't even know if I can hit it one more time, because if I crit, it's gone. Ultra Ball. Boom. Yes! Exactly. Time Hollow. That. It's a Konami game. Wait, Konami made a good game? After 2000? That is not a pachinko thing? Wow. I'm surprised. It's like Konami has something good they could do. But instead, Konami kills off each of its franchise, one after the other, because, I don't know. It seems stupid to do that, but they do. But somehow they make money off of it. It's a strange world. Okay, I think we can get a bit more hits. Yes, I do wanna have judgment. Why? Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking through the
It's set in the same world as Yakuza. Yeah, that Weasel will not stand any chance here. Come on, just stay in the ball. Balls. Yeah, no one, even if it is Aqua Tail, it will kill Prop. I mean, we just need one technically, so we could risk it. But only on the one with full HP, please. And only agile style move. Moonblast. Ouch! Last Pokemon, okay. Let's try an agile style Drain Punch. Can the camera please stop doing this? Please just stay in. Just stay in. Please. Come on. Thanks! That's good. Okay. Wait, we don't have to catch the others? Well then, let's get out of here. I mean, I don't particularly need 3 of those. So, okay. I think we're gonna report this to the prof. And... Huh? Then I think we go for the next one, it seems. We forgot about the nose pass. Well, it's okay. I see you've caught our mysterious swimmer. So it was Manaphy all along. It was Manaphy all along. It seems Monophy here is a migratory Pokemon, drifting to and fro across the sea since long ago. At least that's what it says in the sea's legend. I had a jolly hard time getting hold of this tome, but it seems it was worth it in the end. Okay, now let me get outside of this place. Also, can we get a fusion called Manafione? It's just waiting to happen. Return to the village. We do have a nose pass, so this will be easy. Where to go? Alright, we have to get outside. That's why we didn't do this. We have to go here to do it. Right. So everything good. Everything good. We didn't miss anything. So where are you? There are you. Ah, good. I've been waiting for someone from the Survey Corps to come along. I want to gather crafting materials in Wayward Cave, but I realized I have a bit of a problem. My sense of direction is worse than useless. Right! I had the theory that she might marry Leventon, because Leventon is definitely Dalian's ancestor. And she always losing her way, like Dalian. Maybe. If there's any chance at all of getting lost in that cave, you can bet that's what I'll do. But I know a way to keep myself from stumbling around in the dark forever. See, there's an old saying in my hometown. A nosepass never wanders. Since nosepass always faced the same direction, which is a lie, people from my village would look to this Pokemon for guidance when they'd lost their way. And I hate that they didn't do that. I don't think it is really a lie. I think it is supposed to be like that. But why not having them face north all the time? Even in battle, sure, you attack its back, but I guess a species that only can face north is used to that and evolved according to that with a hard back. Though I admit I've not actually seen a nosepass before in my life. But little matter. I just need to find myself a nosepass before I find myself hopelessly lost. You mean I need to find you a nosepass? I'll check the direction it faces against my map, then navigate through the cave with ease. I'll look around for a nosepass too, but if you catch one before I do, could you give it to me? Okay, well that's fair. Even though you're standing away all the standing around all the time, but that's fair. Bang. So into the cave we go. Into the cave we go. A journey awaits us. A journey in the dark. Into the cave we go. Oh, hi there. Did you find a nose pass for me? That's a hard pass. We have someone for you here. Nose pass, you'll get the stronger one. Yes. That's a nose pass, alright. Thanks for finding it. Now, as I understand it, this Pokemon's giant nose always points in the same direction. So if it's facing this way, that means the exit must be over there. A nosepass never wanders, indeed. I wish I'd encountered this Pokemon sooner. I owe you a big thanks. It's such a relief to finally have a nosepass as my trusty guide. All the twists and turns of Wayward Cave can't stop me now. Why is she bopping with her foot all the time? The thing is that intentional or not? I'm not quite sure. Take that apart, please. Thank you very much. Oh, we have an... this is what I meant by Sneasler is annoying. And also, it always changes. When you have Niesla out, it changes into this thing. And I hate that. That's not necessary. We got the L. Nothing you can do about that, I guess. So we also have to search for that girl again. And we have the Moonlit Dance. Isn't there a song? Dancing in the Moonlight? Dancing in the moon. Why am I getting the lyrics wrong? No, it's Dancing in the Moonlight, right? Who's that even sung by? I have no idea. I just know the song. Why am I... Wait, do we have full moon right now? Where's the moon? This is not full moon, okay. What? Top loader. The Super Nintendo was a top loader. A wash machine can be a top loader.
The original is from 1970 by Kelly.
Seven? Not even the 70s, it's 1970. It's that old.
Sure, it was covered by King Arthur.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is the version everybody knows, but
There was another cover by Top Loader in 2000.
hmm.
So I think we probably know that version.
From 2000. I might have known this song from before, though. Might. You know what I hate about me right now? I found her without the help of Ursa Luna back when I did it in my private playthrough. But do you think I remember where that was? I think she was on top of some mountain.
So I just checked. The version I know is definitely the 2000 version.
I could tell you if I hear it. I remember the voices. Oh, I cannot go here.
I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Yeah, but how would you describe a voice, right?
I mean, I can show you the video.
Yeah. That won't help. I don't think I ever seen the video of it. So the next night should be the night we are waiting for. I am pretty sure she was on top of some kind of mountain. Not on top, it's like on a little nook or cranny. What even is a nook and cranny? I mean, I kind of know, but I kind of don't. Get what I mean? Isn't it even the same thing? Kinda? I mean, a nook wants money from you. And a cranny is a shop made by his... what were they to him? Nephews, right. Wasn't it called nook and cranny shop? Something like that? Still no blue here. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die. Huh. I think it was higher up. I'm pretty sure that at least. This is especially annoying to search for someone with Ursa Luna. Because you have to always use Sneasler. Is she on top of some of those things? No, it would be blue now. As I'm not gonna stray in the Highlands. Yeah, I am right at this place. Okay, we found something different. Just a black Pogorite. Oh well. I think I might have been on this here when I found her. Might be wrong about that though. Where is she? No, still not turning blue. Let's go down here. Oh. Ah! You know, Gen 4 had the best item finder in all of the games. And now it's remake and whatever you would call this. So the other Sinnoh games basically have the worst ones. Okay, we have to mark this with a star. We found this. Ouch, yeah, ouch, I know. Where were you? I might need help for this. At least a general direction would be good. For the girl. Oh, I have no idea. That's not the right quest. Wanda. Without vision. I mean, with her getting lost all the time, she obviously has no vision. Or anything. I'm southwest.
No, which?
Corona Highlands. Yes.
So she's right from that teleportation point by Lonely Spring. On the
Yeah. Okay.
south aisle.
Somewhere here. I think I remember. So whenever you get close to a wall and want to try to take an item that is close to a wall, this thing pops up. And whenever you actually want to press A for it to climb a wall, you can wait for hours until that A appears. I like the climbing in this, and it's fun, but, you know, that part about it is so annoying. So... Am I right here?
No. Down there. If you go... the tip of the house.
Not seen her. So somewhere around here she should be, right?
No.
There?
Yes.
I was there and she wasn't there.
I don't know. That's where she should be.
Splash. Ouch! That wasn't quite a splash. But there she... No, wait, that's Nasmith woman. Not Nasmith. There, right. Hello. Lygia, at last! Oh, I knew you'd come find me. I got hit with a gust from Honchcrow that sent me tumbling right down the mountainside. I couldn't climb back up, so I couldn't get down either, so I've been stuck. So, please get me back on track. I mean, I can push you further down and then... What else can I do? You're always around to save me when I need it. If only you were on my core, Lygia, I'd be so much better off. We're Galaxy teammates. Really, it's such a relief to hear you say that. I'm so glad I can rely on you, Lygia. Though it's a little embarrassing, I guess, to admit to myself that I need to rely on you. Oh, you know what? I used to think that Sneasler was mean, but was a mean Pokemon since it looks sly and unsavory.
Savory? What?
Actually, it looks like chewing gum that tastes good. Simply by the color. It helped me out of a real tight spot, so I guess it must be good at heart after all. Okay. Report to Zeke. We will do when we do. So we do the moonlight thing and then the reporting thing and then... I think we call it a day. Oh look, I found a soul. And like a famous fighting game character said, your soul belongs to me. Or something like that. I actually only know the German version of that. Deine Seele gehört mir. Should be in the same ballpark. Boing. So yeah, slowly start looking for a raid victim. Okay. Climb up here. And then we have to wait for the night in hopes that it will be a full moon night like I thought it would be. And we found another soul! I think it's the best way to find them is not looking for them. Well, that's kinda always the best way to find something. Once you stop looking for it, you will find it. Except your damn puncher, right? Do I need to explain what a puncher is, or do you think people know? Give it to me. If you can reach it right now. Then I can show it, because I have no idea of how to explain it. Your thing that got lost in the move.
Hole puncher.
Yeah, the hole puncher. Hole punch?
Hole punch.
Hole punch. One punch! That's different. So, how do I explain that?
The hole punch.
Well, if you don't know what it is, doesn't matter.
It's a hole punch for discount systems.
I am lost already.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but that thing... Our previous apartment was empty. We couldn't have left it there. We checked our moving truck. That was completely empty. But it's just not... She has a new one, so because of that. But it's mysteriously vanished. It's... I have no idea. It's strange. Let's fight this. Also, some manga are missing, but I think we might be able to find those.
Someone to raid, but it's half an hour still.
Yeah, but
What? You want to stop early?
we're at a good spot, and with my tools, we're gonna do a bit of an early stop. You have a bit of time. We have to wait for night and then report back. It will probably in like 15 minutes or something. So while we wait for the night, let's look at the skybox, which is not that impressive to be honest. You can see the temple in the distance in all its pixelated glory. And look, the tree texture. Isn't that important to most people? How the trees look? To be honest, yes, the trees in Sword and Shield were not that good looking, but who cares? The game was still fun. The only thing I would have wished for was to be part of the story that was in the background. That was kind of not that good. But Pokemon games are always fun. I just love catching them and building a team. Even though half of my team is set right from the get-go because I always use the... Ouch! Starters, why are you suddenly so aggressive? What the... Thunderbolt! Yeah, I didn't think it would kill, but... In a strong style, it should. I don't really know if I want them to keep the styles for the main games as well. Kinda yes, but kinda no, it's strange. What I don't want them to do actually is keep the catching system. While it is fun to catch Pokemon like this, it doesn't belong into the modern Pokemon world. This is something in the past for a game like this that plays in the past. In the modern Pokemon world, people don't catch Pokemon like this anymore. It's a Safari Zone thing, and yeah. That said, I wouldn't mind a Safari Zone. No matter how much I hated it because it was hard to catch Pokemon. Nowadays, I kind of like it because it's just a bit different. I just don't really like the one in BDSP or Diamond and Pearl, the originals. Because, like... You know, the first Safari Zone had stuff like Kangaskhan and Taurus. Stuff that was hard to catch and not easy to find, but it felt rewarding finally catching those. Not that I used a missing note cheat to do that as a child. Nowadays, I would like to hunt for those actually. Instead of using... Well, it's not a cheat, it's a glitch. That's different. I'm not much of a cheater. I don't mind people using cheats. I did so as well, but... Glitches? Yeah... It depends on what they do, but... I don't mind using those. I remember cheating in some games where I had an easy time getting through the last dungeon, but got devastated by the last boss. So I just gave me infinite HP because I just wanted to finish the story finally. And That's also a thing. It's games where I did like the game, I did enjoy the game, but I didn't want to put hours of grinding into that game. I will do that for Dragon Quest because I love Dragon Quest and it rewards me. I'll do that in a Final Fantasy because I do like Final Fantasy and grinding in there also feels rewarding. And I think games with a great story like that are worth it. But it was... Which game was it? Was it a Luna game? Something like that? No, it wasn't Luna. Was it? I can't remember. It was okay. It was technically just your run-of-the-mill RPG, which is fine. I love RPGs, and I have a soft spot for mediocre RPGs, you could say, that are basically just RPG junk food. They have a place, and I just like playing through them, but when it comes to those RPGs, I don't like putting hours on end into them. A high-class RPG, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest again. Yeah, those definitely. But for some mediocre RPG that I do enjoy playing, but that's about it. No. Is that night already? Wait, isn't that morning? No, that's evening, right? That's evening. So it was morning with that Manaphy thing. Okay, good. You know, I don't want you attacking me again. Let's kill you. Thunder! Thunder! Thunderbolts! Ho! I don't think the strong spell will kill. Not sure enough that I will risk that. Should be night now. I hope the rain won't be problematic. Come back when the full moon is out. Isn't it full moon? Can I get the moon? Hello, Mr. Moon. Where are thou? Oh, please. I know you can sleep until full moon, but I'd rather not. You have seen the moon as well, right? Oh, wait. Is it waning or the other way? Was I the night after full moon? That would explain it.
Yeah, I think. At least if they do it correctly, it's after.
Okay, so we have to do the sleep. Sleepy sleep.
Yeah, sleepy again.
Okay. Oh yes, Sumi Pun Pun. Which I always wanted to read because I thought it was looking fun. And then the anime man himself, via video of his, told me that that thing is disturbing. Now I wanted to read it even more. But we'll have to get that nice edition that they released over here. We saw that in a shop one time. I wish you could see what moon phase it is in the menu. But on the other hand, it's only important for two things. Evolving Ursa Ring and this side quest. I think maybe it has influence on Pokemon encounters as well. You know, if I had a compass in this, I could even tell where the moon is supposed to rise. But where is north in this game? Technically, north should be there. Okay, no, north is somewhere over there. This is not a full moon. This is the same moon as before. Until morning and until night. We have to do it like that, maybe. Yeah, and after this quest, we're done. Oh, now it's snowing. Okay. So we know the moon is rising somewhere over there. Let's wait again. Come on, let's wait again. Already looked for someone to raid? Guess. Yeah, why not? Whoa. Huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Will is streaming for a couple of hours as well. Oh yeah, hosting that's not. What's with? Yeah, let's do Will. But first we have to get those cliff fairies to dance. It might be faster just to ride over and check, you know? Instead of waiting until we see the moon. No, it just needs to be a full moon. We also can get this one here. No. Completely forgot about that thing. Can we see it? Okay, that's no full moon. So let's go back. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's just do this next time. I'm just a bit exhausted. Sorry. Not like this. Yeah, I won't forget. So, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry to cut it off a bit early. It's not that much earlier, but oh well. And links in the chat to Twitter, Instagram, where I post stuff, keep you updated. You know the drill. And to my YouTube as well. I uploaded a new video today. What was it? The review of Kamen Rider Revised, episodes 28 to 2031. Not 2031. 31. See, that's why I'm ending early. Okay, I hope you had a good time, and, well, come raid with me. Until next time, bye-bye.
go for charges. That's all sabotage gear. I'm just gonna run it like this. This'll do. Ooh, anti-hemorrhagic syringe self-care from Claudette. That's actually really good. Adrenaline from Meg. Anti-hemorrhagic syringe.
Emotional damage.
Damage. Doing good. Just a bit of tooth problems, but it's getting better. Oh, glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. I have a good friend. I have a friend of mine who volunteered to edit for me a little while back, and you know he didn't in the end because he was having some dental problems that just sort of dragged on and were actually quite debilitating. And he wasn't joking either. Like it wasn't just some like half-ass thing. He was serious. Like dental stuff is rough. Like he was in a lot of pain. He got it sorted recently, thankfully. He managed to get that all sorted, but like, yeah, it's no joke. It can probably mess with you. Sometimes when I begin watching TikTok, an hour goes by. Yeah, I'm the same with YouTube. I always unwind after the end of the day by watching some YouTube videos and just vibing. And like time goes by so quick, dude. Like my comfort food is really weird. My comfort food YouTube videos is a League of Legends creator called Swag. And he just plays really high level League of Legends. You know, he plays all sorts of weird builds and champions and different combos and things like that. And he has a blast with it, and it's just comfort food for me. Pain is fine normally, but dental, that just hurts. Yeah, I had to do 2 videos with a cheek looking like Kirby. Ooh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm actually properly sorry to hear that. That sounds like an absolute fucking nightmare, dude. Ouch. Well, you know, thankfully it's getting better. Thankfully it's getting better, and you know, hopefully it's not a long-term problem, you know, for you moving forwards, dude. Giving a bit of the old stretch. Right. Oh, that's a good question, actually, while we're waiting for our next match. Oh, we can't check. Damn it. If I just like... Fuck! Oh! Oh, the Tourette's guy. The internet used to be such a simpler place, didn't it? It used to be such a simpler place. Man, the Tourette's guy, that shit is so old now. God, I remember watching those videos as a kid. Got some antibiotics and those work. Should be completely gone in 2 to 3 days. Oh, good. Oh, good. Not the first time that tooth acts up, but it'll get pulled if that happens again. Yeah, oh no, it's a shame. It's a shame, dude. It's a shame. Like, it's really weird. Like, even if you take good care of your teeth, you can still have problems, you know, just based off, you know, genetically how your mouth is formed by, you know, what you get from your parents, you know? Like, I don't really take that great care of my teeth, but I've never had to have one pulled. I've never needed a filling. Nothing. Okay. I've needed a bit of a hygienist trip to clean the plaque off, you know. But other than that, I've been fine. But Annie takes excellent care of her teeth, and she still needed to go to the dentist for fillings. Like, it's the worst. Like, genetics is a fucking lottery. I still have fake teeth already with only 34 years. I mean, 2 in 34 years it sounds pretty good between you and me, mate. That sounds pretty good. As well as one of those peoples, I'm jealous. Yeah, and look how I've squandered it, Katie. I'm a fat boy live streaming on Twitch. The world could have been in my hand, but instead I chose to put endless bags of crisps in my hand. Mr. Luke B, Lisa Rinalips. So you're in this match then. You're my teammate. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Luke, Mr. Luke B. Good luck to you, and I hope this is a good match. I hope that this is a good match. I'll do my best. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you, and we'll see how this goes. But GL, and have a GG, my friend. If the climate change comes around, the world will be crisp, and that's your chance. What, is it just eat the whole world? I mean, that might be a little bit beyond me, and I'm not too keen on dirt, but yeah, it's worth a try. But nah, it's all right. If there's one thing that's like vindicated me along the way, even if people like tell you, oh, you know, having a dream to stream on Twitch is stupid, you know, like it's so funny. I've seen so many of my accomplished friends go, you know, finish university, people with so much potential, and then just go into regular jobs, and there's no shame in that. But like, it's funny because it exposes that lie you get told as a kid. Like, if you work hard, if you grow up and you work hard and you do everything right, and you can go off and you can do amazing things, and that's kind of bullshit. You know, you might be able to go into something you're interested in and you're keen in, sure. You might get lucky and find a job application. If you work hard, then you might probably, well, get it. But like, people can easily also work hard and get everything right and still end up just working an ordinary job. And there should be no shame in that at all. No shame in it at all. But in the same vein, if you can work really hard and end up doing a very ordinary job, okay, nonetheless, despite doing everything right, then is it necessarily wrong to have like a bit of a dream that's a little bit different? I don't think so. Well, that was quick. That was really quick. I'm giving them the GG.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
There we go. But yeah, it seems like somebody disconnected there. Seems like somebody disconnected. So memes aside, it wasn't the killer. Oh, Anakin Skywalker, thank you very much for the luck. Let the force flow through you today. Let it guide your actions and carry you to your destiny. If you need to meditate and be one with the force, do it. Was the killer hoping for a good game? Hey there, Grey Wolf. Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. You didn't mind us having a bit of a meme there, me having a bit of a meme there at the end. But no, that's a shame, man. That is a shame. But just out of curiosity, what were you planning to play? Who was your killer pick, Wolf? Who were you going to like brutalize and murder us with in that match if our survivor teammate had not disconnected? I'm curious. No, Katie's Among Us is not a killer in this game. Oh, it could be. It could be. Give it time. Give it time. Pyramid Head. Ooh. I've faced like 2 Pyramid Heads today. Now Pyramid Head's fun to play against. The sexy killer. What is everybody calling Pyramid Head sexy? I don't understand this, guys. Can you fill me in on this? Katie, you called Pyramid Head sexy earlier, right? Why is Pyramid Head sexy? Come on, just fill me in, guys. Fill me in. Like, is there something I'm missing here? Okay, is there something I'm missing here that Pyramid Head is sexy? He's thick. Okay, only his body. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't find his head very appealing, but but he's thick. Well, you got me there. He's hench, bruv. I mean, you'd be pretty hench too if you carried around that big old heavy fucking metal sword all day. That is fair. Okay, I think I understand a little bit better now. I think I understand a little bit better. But now, hopefully the next match you get matched into doesn't happen. Fingers crossed for you, Grey Wolf. Fingers crossed for you, right? Looks like he'd have a small peen though. I don't know. I don't really want to know either, but I don't know.